guys, Tony here from Caveman Props. Just to fill you in on a little bit of information of why we're coming to this tutorial. I am taking my Mark 1 Ironman up to UltraCon up in Doncaster. They're doing a display of different Ironman suits and they wanted my Mark 1. Which is very pleased for me. It's nice to be asked to take it places and display it. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm taking a lot of my Doctor Who bits as well. Obviously while I'm there, I'm going to be on the floor walking around. I wanted to do another cosplay and a bit short on time, so I can't really do a large costume. I don't really want to do a large costume again for this show because you can only wear it for a short length of time and you have to get changed, and I don't want to keep having to get changed. So I want something that I can wear, walk around, be comfortable in, and is alright. And obviously because I'm taking the Ironman, I kind of want to connect it to that as well. So, and obviously I didn't want to do a big Ironman, so I thought about maybe could I get away with just cosplaying Tony Stark? How could I do that? I could do the suits, do the glasses, and then it suddenly hit me if you haven't seen it already, sorry for the spoilers, in the Captain America Civil War, Tony Stark has a glove that comes out of the watch that he has on his right hand, and it creates a mini little Iron Man glove, and he uses that in a fight sequence with the Winter Soldier. So I've decided I'm going to try and build that glove. I've managed to find a watch that I'm going to use. I've got a glove coming, and I'm going to start using foam pieces to build up the glove around it, and I'm going to do that as a tutorial as we go through it. So we're going to move into the workshop now. I've got the watch already, so we're going to do some bits on the watch and then we'll work on the rest of the glove. Right, so this is the watch I'm going to be using. I've already taken it apart, sort of have a look. I've removed all the mechanism out of it, and the mechanism was held in this bit and the face was on that, and that's how that was held in the watch. But looking at this bit and then looking back at the screen grabs that I have of it, there's a little bit in the middle of the watch that lights up. It kind of looks like a miniature arc reactor, and my thinking is I could probably get away with using this, fitting it back in the watch that way round, and a little bit of detailing around the outside here, maybe filling this middle bit in with hot glue and then using some LEDs underneath. Could pretty much light that up and be part of my job already done. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Obviously I'll spray this bit silver once it's all done, so I'm going to be cracking on with that. I'm going to try and get that sorted, and I've got to do some little LED bits that sit on the side of the watch that was supposed to be the middle bit that opens out. So I'm going to have a look at that now, and we'll come back to it. Now, I'm quite sure how well you can see that, but I've sprayed that silver. I'm kind of quite liking that, and then what I've done is I turned it over, put it on a piece of plastic, and I filled it with hot glue. So I've got a nice sort of flat edge here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be able to sink an LED into that, probably glue a couple of more LEDs around the side of this, and once that's kind of in and the back on it and it's lit up, that will probably start looking quite good. So I'm going to get on with that, see if I can get the LEDs into it, and we'll take it from there. Now I'm going to do the detailing down the side of the watch. What they have here is little panels here that have little LEDs in them, that's scrolling. I've kind of looked into it and I've found something very similar to it, and what they are is it's a little electronic name badge. It comes as a long strip, all the LEDs are built into it, and you can program it so it comes up with your name, or it scrolls with something on it like a promotion or something. People wear them as badges, they can put them on things, it's everywhere. So I kind of looked at them, and obviously to get them the right size it means I would have to cut some bits of the board down, then try and reprogram it, and sort of doing a lot of electronic bits. One, not that great with electronics, so I could quite easily mess it up, and then two, the cost involved in doing that was quite a lot. So I've had to come up with kind of a much cheaper, quicker alternative that I can put together, and I have gone completely basic on this one. What I've done is I've cut 2 bits of cardboard, taken a red pen and coloured it in red, and then using some PVC tape and my scalpel, and very carefully I have cut little strips out and covered it and tried to make my own little LED block. Yes, I know it's not great, it's really low tech, but you know, I don't have the money to spend on it, so this is what I'm doing, and it's going to fit into the watch like that. There'll be another one on the opposite side, but hopefully once I've got everything put together, I know looking at it plainly like this it's a bit bad, once I've got the middle section in and lit up, all with the glove and everything, it will all add to the part of it and kind of look. So for photographs from a reasonable distance it will look okay, but when people get close to it they know it's going to be it's a piece of cardboard and PVC tape. But you know, that's how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to finish this one off, and then those are both going to be put in there, and we'll hopefully start putting everything else together. Moving on to the glove section now, because this has been a bit of trial and error. What I've done is I've gone ahead and done this. I'm now going to go through with you what I've done in photographs. It was easier to do this than me trying to do loads of different bits of video and seeing which one worked. So for starters, what I did was I put one of my blue gloves on that I use when I'm gluing so I don't get things stuck to my hand. I then covered my hand in masking tape, so I can kind of in the areas that I kind of wanted for the glove. I then obviously managed to get that off my hand. I had to cut down the side and then masking tape that back up, so I kind of had a template of my hand. Onto that I then drew all the bits and pieces that I need, looking at reference pictures, a few other pictures online that other people have done, so I was kind of working out what pieces I need, and then that was obviously cut out. So this was then my template, all the bits that go around the fingers, all the bits for the back of the hand. That was then laid out onto, I've got like a 2mm craft foam, quite thin soft craft foam, and I think this would be quite good on the glove because it will move with my hand and not be quite so rigid, so I'll still have my hand to use. Once that was done, that was then coated up and spray painted in the red. I then got the glove. I managed to get hold of a red stretchy glove that I had. Put that on with a blue glove on underneath again, marked off where the finger bits were going to be, cut them off, and then started proceeding to stick the bits on, because obviously I wanted the blue glove underneath in case some of the glue goes through and it sticks to my hand. I'd made the ring pieces that go around my fingers a little bit bigger than I had on the template, because obviously that was obviously quite tight to my hand and I wanted movement. I needed to get it over my knuckles. Some of them are still a little bit too short, so I've had to try and extend them a little bit, but there we go, you live and you learn. And then all the other pieces I then proceeded to start sticking on the back of the glove, trying to make it. This glove has become quite difficult to then get off. I've not done a picture of that one. I've stuck some little tabs under the, as you can see here, under the fingers. This is so that I can then put it off. Obviously there's still bits of little blue glove in there because it's stuck to it. So this is designed to help me try and pull it off, but here we have the glove that I'll wear. I'm going to do a little bit of touching up because it's not, some of them haven't gone on quite so well, and obviously the paint has split a little bit while I've been moving about. Now I'm coming to the underside of the hand. There aren't too many reference pictures of the underside, so obviously I could make it up, but obviously what I wanted to do was try and make it more recognisable as an Ironman hand as well, as much as possible. So I've decided to try and go old school and have the little emitter light bit up in the centre of the hand. I know this isn't on this glove, but I thought with it on it will kind of make it more recognisable, and we can work on that. So that's what I've decided to do. This is where I've got to so far. It's the lid to a sweet tube that I've used. I sprayed it silver, drilled the holes in the bottom of it that I needed. I then proceeded to fill it with hot glue. I put it on a piece of plastic, filled it with hot glue, and then stuck a piece of plastic on top, and that's given me the kind of more flat edge here. There's a couple of little air bubbles in that, but I'm not really going to worry about that once it's lit up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and sinking the LEDs into this. I've got a little pack of really small LEDs. I'm going to try and sink 8 LEDs into that, and hopefully once that's done that will light up really nicely in the centre of the hand, and then I can do the wiring around the back for watch, and that will all be wired into one battery pack. I'm going to see if I can get it to run off of a little watch battery, because then it can all sit inside the watch and I can have a little switch on the side and it will all run from that. But we'll see how that goes. If not, I'll probably just end up with the pack with the bigger batteries up my sleeve somewhere. So right, we're going to get the LEDs in this, and we'll take it from there. Let's give this a go. Okay, I have sunk 8 LEDs into the back bit of that, and when I turn that on, that lights up quite nicely. I've done a couple of them, I put them in a little bit too far, so they're a little bit too close to the surface here, but I'm not going to worry about that because it's going to light up, it's going to look good. It's left me with 2 LEDs spare here. One of these I will then sink into the watch section. That's all it's going to need is one. I was thinking both of them, but I think that's going to be a bit too much maybe. I think just one might be able to just get away with. So we're going to do that. Obviously, what I'm going to have to end up doing is I'm going to have to cut it off here, solder on a small little bit of like speaker cable, very thin wire, just to extend that, so that will fit into my hand there. And then I'll run a bit of cable around and it will be wired into the watch, and then the battery pack will sit on the forearm there somewhere. So that's what we're going to do with that. And then obviously I'll tidy the back of this up, and then this will get stuck onto the glove as well. So we're going to crack on with a few more bits and see where we get to. Okay, now I've brought all the bits together. It's starting to look a lot better, obviously more kind of what we're after. I've glued the watch to it. I've just got it done up at the moment. What I can do is I can undo the watch, slide the glove on, do the watch up, and it's there. It's also all wired in, lovely and lighting up. You may also be able to see that it's getting some damage on these bits. This is from me putting it on, taking it off. It's becoming a little bit difficult to take it off without damaging it. So I'm going to leave it at this state for the moment. I'm going to touch it up, so all these bits will be repainted up, hopefully looking better. I'll leave it at that, but what you'll see is underneath, obviously I've glued this part in, but I've not done the other sections around it as yet. My plan is, because it's becoming more difficult to take off, I think once I complete it I won't be able to get it off without destroying it. So my plan is, I'm going to take a blue glove with me, I'm going to cut the fingers off, I'm going to put that on, put this glove on, and then glue the final pieces in place, and then I'll just have to wear it for the day like that. So it's going to have a blue glove underneath it, so I might get a little bit sweaty, but at least the glove will be intact and slightly better for the day, and then I'll have to see if I can get it off at the end of the day. If it gets destroyed, taking it off. If I have to try and cut a piece, so be it. I maybe should have tried to plan this that it had a connector bit down the side, so I could undo that and then get the glove off a little bit easier. That's all in hindsight. So, but what I might do is afterwards, if I can get it off without destroying it too much, I might try and see if I can get like a fake hand and try and do some kind of display piece with this, but we'll see how we go. It's going to serve its purpose for the day. If it's destroyed after that, it's destroyed after that. But I've enjoyed making it. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. It's not a great way to end the tutorial because obviously it's not complete, but hopefully you can see how it's going to finish. I will be hopefully doing some videos at UltraCon, so I can show you the glove then. So obviously please subscribe, because as soon as that's out you'll be able to see the glove complete. I've got some more projects coming to show you. Obviously if you want to check us out, there's lots more other videos on there. I've got some of the Ironman builds, some Doctor Who bits and pieces, Terminator. It's all sort of there. I've done a couple of Star Wars as well. So please like, please subscribe, check us out on Facebook, and obviously stay tuned for the end of October for when I'll actually be wearing this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next tutorial soon.